Good evening this Tuesday. Hope it was a nice Tuesday as it was for me. Welcome to Breaking News, whereby we report on news which are positive and optimistic, focusing on the brighter side of life. And we shall start on our first news segment. Affordable housing project transforms lives in Morang. Michael Mololo, the project's clerk of works, said many local youths who had been abusing alcohol and engaging in antisocial activities have reformed after being hired. So, I quote, "The high crime rate previously reported has declined," he said. "We have also provided internships to many local youths graduating from TVETs. When the government announced it would construct affordable housing to uplift the economy, many Kenyans dismissed the idea, saying that they were not needed at that time. At that time, Kevin Kariuki, at age 26, was a casual worker at a construction site in Murang'a County. The affordable housing project prompted him to use his savings to join Kandara Technical and Vocational College, where he studied plumbing. I realized the field was very marketable and would earn me very good amount of money every single day. Since I had already had some experience, it was not hard to take the course," I quote. He told the Star. When he completed the course in 2023, the government had started the housing project in Kandara. The government started for 90 million shillings project in Mackenzie next to Thika Kenol Highway in November 2023. By then, Kariuki was getting scattered contracts in building projects, and he walked into Mackenzie project office one day and asked for a job. The contractor was hiring workers and Kariuki got a job, earning 800 shillings per day. And since then, he has been able to start income-generating projects from the money that he has been earning each and every single day. So Kenya Airways share price surges after NSE return. Kenya Airways share price almost doubled in the first week of its return, trading at the Nairobi Stock Exchange to become the best stock in capital gains so far this year. Trading of KQ shares resumed in the NSE on Monday 6th after a nearly 5-year freeze from trading in July 2020, closing at 3.83 shillings per share. The suspension was lifted on 5th of January 2025 owing to the carrier's improved financial performance and the government's withdrawal of plans to nationalize the airline. Just a week after trading resumed, KQ stocks jumped 49.6% to 6.3 shillings per share, a 7-year high but still far below its September 2006 all-time high, which was at 570.96 shillings per share. TikTok users flock to Chinese app RedNote as US ban looms. TikTok users in the US are migrating to a Chinese app called RedNote with the threat of a ban just days away. The move by users who call themselves TikTok refugees has made RedNote the most downloaded app on Apple's US App Store on Monday. RedNote is a TikTok competitor popular with young people in China, Taiwan, and other Mandarin-speaking population. It has about 300 million monthly users and looks like a combination of TikTok and Instagram. It allows users to, mostly young urban women, to exchange lifestyle tips from dating to fashion. So Gaza ceasefire talks resume in Doha. Deal seen close. Hamas said the talks has reached the final steps and that it hopes this round of negotiations will lead to a deal after mediation by Qatar, Egypt, and US. An Israeli official said talks had reached a critical phase, although some details had needed to be hammered out. "We are close, we are not yet there," she said. Qatari mediators had given Israel and Hamas a final draft of a text for a ceasefire and release of hostages agreement on Monday. And finally, to our sports segment. Fury announces retirement from boxing again. So the former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has announced his retirement from boxing. Fury last fought in December where he lost his match against WBA, Super, WBC, and WBO champion Oleksandr Usyk, the 36-year-old furry, previously announced his retirement after beating Dillian White in April 2022, but returned 6 months later. The Briton has enjoyed 2 stints as heavyweight champion and holds a record of 34 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. That comes to our end of today's news segment. And as I finish, I'd like to leave you with some wise words that were said by one of the men who lived long before us. And I'll start with Napoleon, and I quote, "Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of foods." Next, I'll go to Caesar. I quote, "It's easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience." Next, I have Napoleon, and I quote, "Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength." Next, it's Buddha. "So, if you deeply observe, everything is your teacher." Next, we have Augustus, and I quote, "I found Rome a city of brick and left it a city of marble." Next, we have Plato, and I quote, "The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself." Next, I have Epictetus, and I quote, "No one can make you upset. You choose to be." Finally, that comes to the end of today's news segment. It was on the 14th of January 2025. And hope you have a nice evening. Sleep well, sleep tight. Till we meet again. We'll meet tomorrow. Stay tuned, subscribe, and share. Thank you.